Barramundi. Simple, clean, and delicious. Let's get to it. Man, I got a great recipe for you guys. Today we'll be making one of my favorite recipe of all time is barramundi with sea trout, caviar, sweet potato, puree, and tomato eggplant ragu. First thing first, we always need some ingredients. So since it's a 3 parts recipe, so I'm gonna break it down to section. The first thing we're gonna do is boil a potato for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna process the potatoes in a blender with some butter and cream and salt and pepper to taste. That's how simple to make the potato it is. Just quick blend until the potato to a smooth stage. Now that potato puree is nice and smooth, look at that, it look almost like butter, so yummy. Now we can jump to the next stage and just set your potato to the side. And now we're gonna fillet our barramundi. We have about 25 pounds, but for this recipe, we're just gonna use one fillet just to demonstrate, the whole recipe. So you can use 6 or 7 ounces fillet. Just trim the fillet. Make sure your knife is really sharp. So as always, be very careful when you use a knife. Don't try to cut yourself. Don't play around with the knife because accident can happen. On the next stage, we're gonna jump into making the sauce, the ragu. This is a basic fundamental ragu. All we have is some garlic, onions, eggplant, tomato, grapes, red wine, and a little bit of crushed peppers for heat and salt, pepper to taste. The first thing is add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then add your onions until you start translucent, and then add your garlic and do a quick little mix for about 2 minutes, and let your garlic a little bit brown but not burnt, and then add on your grape tomatoes. And as I said, this menu, you can use canned tomato if you want to. It's all up to you what you have in your pantry. I'm not gonna tell you to go out and buy grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. So it's all up to you. Whatever you want to add to your ragu, by all means. And now add on your eggplant. Do a quick stir. Definitely, taste your food. Don't be afraid to taste your food, because not knowing is the worst thing. When somebody tastes your food all of a sudden, now, hey, what happened to the salt? So taste your food. There's nothing wrong with that. Add on your wine, and then add on your thymes, and then we're gonna let it simmer for about 3 minutes to 10 minutes. And in the meantime, we're gonna get our capers. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fry the capers for a little crispiness and to take away some of that saltiness. So a different depth into making this dish. So make sure you try to drain all the excess water, and just put it in the fryer. I know you probably have a small fryer at home. Definitely make sure it's on 350 degrees. Look at that, all nice. And then cook them for about 2 to 3 minutes max. And now we're gonna set them to the side, and look at our capers is nice. Done. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna sear our fish. We're gonna use about a tablespoon of olive oil and some salt and pepper to the fish, and some chopped thymes. And we're gonna sear them on one side for about 2 minutes until we get a nice sear, a nice golden brown on top. And to finish it off, we're gonna add some butter and a little bit of a garlic, and then we're gonna deglaze it with some fresh squeezed lemon juice and some fresh white wine. And then, as you can see, I turn off the stove as soon as I flipped the fish. And then we're gonna finish it off in the oven for about 2.5 minutes maximum, because barramundi doesn't take long to cook at all. It's a white fish, so about 5 minutes maximum, you should be good to go. And then now it's time for the plating, the moment you guys been waiting for. So as you can see, the plating, it's all up to you. I'm not gonna tell you how to plate up your food and what to do, what not. However you want to plate it, that's all on you. All I'm showing you right now is a demonstration how I like to plate my food. By putting a dolly of the puree in the center of the plate, and I just do a nice little swirl on the plate. I already have the fish, the topping, and I also add a little bit of ragu on the plate and some more ragu on top of the plate, and the sea trout caviar on top of the ragu. And I also have a few slices of radish. Make sure you slice them as thin as you could or as thin as you can, and some sweet peas. Those are just for garnish. And then because they are actually doesn't have any flavor profile, there's no salt added to them, you can add maybe a little sprinkle of salt if you want to, but I won't recall add anything to them. Because of the ragu got a lot of flavors, the salmon got its own flavor, and then the potato itself have its own flavor, so you want some balance to the dish. I also have some microgreens and some edible flowers. You don't have to go to that extreme. I also got a little bit of balsamic reduction that we're gonna do a little few dots on the plate just for color, pretty much, but that's all there is to it. And we got some taro root chips that I made, and I'll show you guys how to do taro root chips at another video, but for this particular recipe, just a demonstration how to put the plate together. It's not a really hard recipe. It's very simple, it's very quick. All you have to do is just get all your stuff ready, and then after that it's easy. As you can see, I put a little few of the eggs, the caviar around the plate just for garnishment. Pretty much that's all it's for. You can use any caviar you want, that's all up to you. There you have it, sweet potato puree with barramundi and tomato ragu. As always, keep it clean and sexy.